I'm not the biggest fan of origin movies. I think we've seen far too many. It feels like hundreds upon hundreds of them, and they often try and achieve too much and forget that the purpose of movies is inherently to tell a story. Doctor Strange isn't one of those origin movies that I don't like. It reminds me of the sort of enjoyment that I got when I first watched Iron Man all of those years ago, the first one. It tells a really good story. The story is the most important thing, as well as Benedict Cumberbatch's portrayal of Doctor Strange. That takes the forefront. We're not worried about anything else. Yes, at the end you can see how it expands, but it's not worried about building another movie. It is worried about building a universe and fitting into that universe, and there's clever, at times clever, at times laboured ways to explain how it fits into the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it's not setting itself up for another movie. It was a self-contained story that has the ability to grow, which are two very different things, and importantly why I think this movie is a
stands
success.
out from the generic Marvel fodder that we've been given recently. I think visually it was amazing. One, to definitely watch in 3D.
Yes.
The way the sets were designed and the way the universe multiplied, and when he got thrown into the next dimension and that sort of thing, that was very well done. It reminded me a bit of Inception.
Yeah, the city dimension's definitely very Inception-y, and then not so well when we go into the non-existent universe, the antimatter universe, whatever it was referred to as. That felt a little bit, as Talia pointed out before we started this recording, a little bit Green Lantern-y.
Green Lantern, also with Dr. Seuss borderline cat in the hat.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah. But I mean, it was, you wouldn't have thought of it like that, so that's what they wanted to establish.
Yeah.
Visually a great film. Very Matrix, very, your mind can't, your body can't survive without your mind.
I think
experience.
And I think introduced it to us well. Like Doctor Strange starts off as skeptical as any of us would be about learning about the existence of magic.
And you learn at a good pace with him.
Yes.
I thought as well.
You're never annoyed with the character.
Yes,
you were never like, just do it.
Yes. And this was, I think, Benedict and also the rest of the cast made a difference. The cast came around him and let him shine, as well as playing their sub roles well, their supporting roles very well.
They were always interesting, but you never, one, wanted to know more than what was told of them, and two, the story never went down the route of telling you 6 different people's stories.
Yes, exactly. And like Matt said, it doesn't fatten you up for a sequel, although it leaves a good space of room for that. But you can just watch this one.
And having most importantly, having never watched another Marvel movie.
Yeah, it stands on its own.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm just a bit like getting tired of the Marvel.
I think that's where
it's just coming out one after the other without giving us a chance to just digest, get excited, and wait for the next one. But that's just a personal thing. Objectively, this movie is very good, I think.
Yeah, I think its problem lies in that it's come out at a time when there's so many superhero movies to choose from, and it's coming near the end of the year, so you're now looking at competing with
things like Star Wars.
Yeah, and the Harry Potter. That's probably going to be objectively better and more exciting, and more people are going to be interested in it. Especially if they're like, what superhero movie was I going to choose for this year? I don't think Doctor Strange would have been on your list, whereas something like Iron Man was, and accordingly was more groundbreaking in how we portray, or how Marvel portrays realistic superheroes.
So it's not broke ground, it's built on established ground.
But I think importantly it didn't fall for the same problems that existed before that. It's treating itself as its own franchise, and it's not doing the really annoying Iron Man or Marvel or Captain America or Avengers was the word I was trying to get out there. It's not doing the annoying Avengers thing of this movie had no substance because it was just building for the next.
Yeah.
This movie had substance.
And the plot was good, a good lesson to be learned from the, inner self, willpower, power of your mind, that type of thing. It was a good lesson. Although it was you had to suspend your disbelief, like, really a lot.
But you weren't going in there expecting realism.
Yes. It was good, a nice message for once. Not just like, I love my friend, I'm going to kill everyone around me to save my friend, Captain America. It wasn't a ridiculous message. It was, a worthwhile film.
Yeah, and I think it's well done Marvel, well done Benedict, well done the guy, everyone who was involved in this. Good movie, I think just badly timed in terms of how much impact it will have in it, because there's just so much to choose from, and so many superhero movies to choose from.
But then, first half of the year, still, you had Batman vs Superman and Civil War. So it was stuck.
No, but that's no. I don't just mean like when it came out in the year. I mean like that it came out at this period of making movies. I think it's going to get lost, whereas it could be
a standalone,
a good standalone, standout comic.
It had a bit of a 90s feel to me in certain parts. Maybe it was the Matrix-ness, being the chosen one and stuff like that.
Maybe.
But if it came out at that time,
it would have been groundbreaking.
It would have been, the thing. We'd all
also, people would have been like, what is this CGI magic that you're actually using? But yeah, overall I think it's a really good standalone movie. It's a good origin story. Origin stories are never going to be the most groundbreaking. That's just the limitation of having to set up so many things. But it does that really well. It tells a story. It focuses on the one person. It does what it should do, and it does it well. Groundbreaking, no. Good, yes. So yeah, thumbs?
I give it 1.5.
Yeah. So I'm Matthew.
I'm Talia.
And this has been the Critics' Review of Doctor Strange.